Are you a fan of the Karate Kid or Cobra Kai? You're going to love today's episode. So today we have a very cool cart. Chad down in South Carolina and his 11-year-old son put together this awesome Cobra Kai Storm body Easy Go TXT cart, and I think you're going to love it. So let's jump right in and learn more about this thing.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Chad, for joining us. I have seen this cart online. I'm excited to be able to show the world what you got here. So tell me a little bit about this cart and maybe a little bit of the inspiration from what I understand is kind of cool.
So my name's Chad Tollison, and I live here in Travelers Rest, South Carolina. And the vision behind this little cart was from our 11-year-old son. He's a huge Cobra Kai Karate Kid fan. And he knows that Dad tinkers with carts out here in the garage. So he came to me and he said, Dad, I really love that Dodge Challenger that Johnny Lawrence drives in the show, Cobra Kai. He said, can you build me that cart? So I thought for a little bit, I mean, maybe I can build that cart. So we just put our brains together, and he and I got out here, and what you see behind me is what we came up with.
That's awesome. I love that story. I love the fact that you're hanging out with your kid and doing that kind of stuff too. That's really fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Awesome, Chad. So this is cool. I'm excited to take a look at this. So start wherever you want to start. What's the coolest thing about the cart?
So really, for me, the coolest thing on the cart is actually the seat. For me, that's the coolest thing because I handmade that seat. I made the seat right here in my garage. I put the center console in it. The cup holders light up. And I had the Cobra Kai emblem stitched into the seat. Ronnie's Trim Shop here in Greenville did a fantastic job making this seat for me as far as the upholstery work. So if you zoom on it down in there, it's the Cobra Kai emblem right there with the diamond pattern yellow stitching, and they also use the like a carbon fiber dash type material. I don't know if you can see that in the film.
I can a little bit, yeah.
The video, but it really pops. To see it in person, it really pops.
And you built that whole thing yourself?
Yeah, I built the seat from scratch. I just took a TXT base blank seat, just the bottom board, and then made the center console, cut it, molded it, and I mean it's made out of wood, so it was really simple to make. Drilled the cup holders out, measured everything out, and they just drop right in. So it turned out pretty nice.
While we're looking there at the seat, what's underneath? What do you have running this thing?
So it's powered by the 70-volt Eco battery, 600 amp 5 kW Navitas AC drive. It's got a lot of power. It'll scoot down the road pretty good.
That's good. You said it gets how fast, do you think?
So it'll hit 47 and run 47 smooth. Nice. But I have had it at 53 going down the street. Our street has a slight slope, downhill slope to it, so I was able to hit 53 top end
That's
on
awesome. That's awesome.
But yeah, it's a nice little seat, nice little cart. So
yeah, get up and go. So tell me what you got then up in the front. I know you got some custom stuff going on here, so let's take a look at the dash.
Yep. So the dash, it's a carbon fiber dash that was made by Triad Composites out of North Carolina. Eric Ratliff up there, he does a great job making these dashes. In the center there, it's got the 10-inch Navitas touchscreen, and it's got 4 6.5-inch kicker speakers on to run the stereo in it. It also, I built this without a key switch. So to power the cart on, it's got this here, is flip a switch and hit the power button or the start button, and everything powers on.
That is so cool.
So it's a pretty neat little thing.
It's like a jet plane or something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just
Top Gun.
Everybody does everything a little different with key switches and push button starts and things. So I just went a little different and put a. It's actually for a race car, so that's the direction that I went, and it turned out pretty nice.
Love it. Awesome. Walk around. Show me a little bit about the paint job and stuff. I know you talked about kind of matching it up to the car in the Cobra Kai show. So tell me kind of what you've got. It's a Storm body kit, correct?
Yes, yes, sir. We chose to go with the Storm body kit, black metallic. So we put the body on, got everything to where it needed to be, but it still needed another touch to it. We had to get some graphic work done. We put a little Hellcat emblem right here on the side.
Nice.
For the Dodge Challenger Hellcat, and then along the side of it, if you can go back and see the actual car, you'll see where it's got the Cobra Kai logo in the side with the slashes in the graphic work, and it really turned out pretty nice.
That's fantastic. And then those wheels, what you've got running on the wheels and tires?
So as far as the wheels go, running 14-inch Goblins on 205 3014 tires. And then, of course, I always try to do a little something a little different. If you can see the Cobra valve stem cap.
That's awesome.
So just
I love all the little touches. That's brilliant.
Yeah, just something a little extra. Back here on the back, I need, on their karate uniforms, if you look at the patches down the side of the legs. So I needed to do something to kind of incorporate that in. So I made this bagwell cover. So when it just snaps down on, it's removable. You can snap it and take it off, fold it back, and put whatever you want to put back there. But I thought that was a nice little feature too.
I like that as well.
And then, of course, down here on the back, we went with the Cobra Kai California license plate.
That's fantastic.
So,
I love every bit of this. I mean, this is like creativity and coolness all wrapped up in one golf cart. It's very sweet.
Yeah, it turned out really nice. We took a vision and we turned it into reality, and it turned out pretty nice. We call it No Mercy.
Of course.
Can see No Mercy right there on the front windshield.
Love it. And about how long did it take you to put this whole thing together?
So I guess we started it back in May, and we worked on it off and on until we finally finished it up 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So it took a little while, but with work schedules and things like that, it finished up right in time for us to take it down to the beach for a Halloween weekend at Ocean Lakes, and it turned out really nice.
That's very cool. So what was when you had it at the Ocean Lakes and your little Halloween event? What did people say? What were the comments? How people react?
Oh, they loved it. It got way more attention than I ever expected. A lot of I'm an older guy, so a lot of the people that are my age, I would hear them yell out, "Sweep the leg" or "Put him in a body bag," things of that like that from the original Karate Kid show. And of course, I dressed up like Johnny Lawrence from the '80s and rode around Ocean Lakes, and it was we had a great time.
That is awesome. That is awesome. I can't imagine seeing this thing riding around. I mean, obviously carts are getting more and more creative and popular and stuff like that, but especially down there in Ocean Lakes, I know that's a pretty big deal. But you show something like this that's totally unique. That's just a great way to stand out. And it's got underglow lights. It looks like yellow underneath.
Yep. We put the 10 puck rock light system LED underglow light kit on there. And when it's in the dark, it lights up really good. It lights up the ground. I mean, you can see it coming. I mean, it's a sharp little cart.
Awesome, Chad. This is fantastic. I really appreciate you taking the time, and definitely commend you for working on a project like this with your kid. That's really cool. But we appreciate you sharing what you did with us. That's very awesome.
Oh, absolutely, Matt. Thank you very much for having me and taking the time out of your day to feature this, and it means a lot to me. I really appreciate it.
Gosh, I thought that thing was awesome. All of it, the whole story about it, father and son working together. The cool factor, certainly if you're my age or somewhere around it, or even new to the game and just know the Cobra Kai story and stuff like that, just so cool to see all that. Love talking to people and the creativity that they have with their carts. So hope you enjoyed it. And if you do, like it, subscribe, make sure you click the bell to get notified every time we have a new episode, which happens to be every Wednesday at noon.